White seems to be completely winning, having a full extra queen, but these two black pawns are very close to promotion, and there is a rook that is making it hard to reach the black king. And furthermore, if white is not careful, rook to c2 is simply going to be a checkmate. The king of Zugzwang starts looking for checks. Queen to f6 check seems to fail to b2 check. Now this is almost checkmate. The queen has to be sacrificed, and after the rook takes back, actually it is white that needs to be careful to draw this game. But the king finds a very clever idea with queen to a3 check. Now the only move is rook to a2. What's the idea here? The queen is attacked, and the king of resigning smiles as he realizes that there is no queen sacrifice. The king is simply going to take back, and now the rook is not going to be enough to stop both of these pawns. But the king of Zugzwang has a plan that of course involves Zugzwang. Rook d2, sacrificing the queen completely, but if the queen is taken, white is going to follow up with rook to b2. And now both of the pawns and the king are stuck. The only move available in the position is rook to a2. But now rook to b1 would be checkmate. But after rook to d2, the king of resigning has another resource in this position. The quite clever b2 check. So white needs to go for the counter shot. Queen takes b2 check. Rook takes b2, but this time the white rook is on the second file, so we can capture this rook. And you might think that this is now simple, but as it turns out, it's really not that easy to stop this black pawn. After a3, now if we keep this rook on this file, a2 is going to lead to the forced stalemate, but white is just in time for a surgical procedure here. Rook b1 check, the king has to move up, and now stop the black pawn for one move. Rook to b4 follows, and the only move for black is king to a1. And it seems like we cannot stop black from playing a2, and the truth is, we can't. But white plays the very mysterious king to c2, allowing a2, and now following up with king to b3. This seems to be crazy. Now the king is going to move, and on the next move it's threatening to promote to a queen. So is black out of the woods here? Well, not exactly. White plays rook to h4, and notice that of course now black cannot get a queen, because this would be a checkmate. But black has one last ace up his sleeve with a1 knight, because this is a check, and so white is forced to move the king. Black has king to a2, but all that white needs to do is wait one move. The king cannot come up because of this checkmate, but this time after the king comes down, there is rook to h2, placing black in yet another Zugzwang. And finally, king to c1 is going to inevitably lead to a final checkmate.